What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Back to the Past. I'm Alex, and in this video, I thought it would be a good time to look back at one of the greatest game trailers, period, of all time in the Dead Island trailer, the reverse trailer, the iconic music, the iconic just scenes that are playing out in general. Want to walk you guys through the timeline, want to talk about some of the stats with this trailer because it's actually nuts, the views that this thing got, and I want to walk you through my personal experience watching this trailer as well as when the game came out. Did the game live up to the trailer's expectations? The answer is absolutely not. Now, I'm not the only one that thinks that, but I'm also not everybody, and there are plenty of people that absolutely love Dead Island. I'm glad, obviously Dead Island 2 comes out April 21st. I'm pumped. I'm ready to go with that game. I was not a fan at all of the first Dead Island. I actually thought that game was like quote unquote bad. I just did not like it, and I do believe, I will say flat out, I think the trailer had so much to do with it because I went in back in 2011. So this trailer came out February of 2011. I was online, but I wasn't like terminally online, right? I saw this trailer and I saw very little else of Dead Island before this game came out. So when the game comes out, I think September of 2011, a huge year for gaming, by the way. 2011 was one of the big ones. When the game came out, this trailer was my backdrop. This is what I thought the game was going to be, and holy God, it's nothing like this trailer. So a couple stats for you. It got over 17 million views. In fact, if you go look this thing up right now on YouTube, the only place you can find it, or the main place, the place that is 17 million, is actually IGN. IGN, I don't know if they own the exclusive rights to this thing, but it is on their channel, and I do remember this is exactly, how and where I saw it back in 2011, and this is kind of also an iconic thing as well. They put up the actual, in the right order of this trailer. So the original trailer, the iconic trailer, is going backwards in time. Right now it shows a couple flashes of what actually was happening, and it goes forward in that sense. But then IGN uploaded an entire trailer video where everything just goes in the right order. Right order. I think it's actually very powerful going in reverse, though. And then you got the trailer itself. So this is truly, it's one of the greatest game trailers of all time. And if you read the comments of the IGN video, you'll see a lot of people say, it is the greatest trailer of all time. I think some of the Assassin's Creed games kind of deserve to be up there. I think really the late 2000s, early 2010s, it was kind of peak time, for trailers. There's still some great trailers nowadays, but I mean, this just hit so different, and it hit in the feels, it hit emotionally, and I can't believe how good this trailer was. I remember I was at my parents' house, obviously, you're thinking 12 years ago. I was young, I was in my early teenage years, watched it on my laptop, and I thought, holy God, I had to have watched this trailer 10, 15, 20 times. I adored this trailer, and it's very emotional. The daughter getting destroyed, actually, kind of opening on her dying or being dead, I suppose, and then kind of going backwards to what happened, and then even just the end of the trailer is such a punch to the gut, right? It's just this family vacationing. So I do want to actually watch this trailer, watch parts of it with you all in this video, try a little something different, and we'll go through some of the themes, some of the stuff that I really like about it. But I want to tell one final story in terms of the game. The game has nothing to do with this trailer. Now, there is an Easter egg in the beginning of the game. I think within the first 15, 20 minutes, you can find this family dead in that hotel. So they are in the game, but see, that's just I guess, look, the family got torn apart, got destroyed. I guess I'm not expecting to play as the family. I have to even think, okay, what did 14-year-old Alex think? I thought, okay, this is going to be a grounded zombie game where it's going to be emotional, it's going to have all these feels, and it's not. I don't think it's a terrible game by any stretch, but I was going in with the complete opposite expectations of the goofy, the hoodoo you voodoo in the beginning of this game is such a polar opposite from this. I don't even know how you go from that opening and that song from this trailer. I mean, the geniuses that put this trailer together, I guess they deserve a raise because I do think that probably sold the game all on its own. but then the game came out, and, you know, it's not exactly what the trailer is. There's one IGN comment I want to read because this is pretty funny to me. Dev 1, man, that was an amazing trailer. Dev 2, yeah, it's going to get people really hyped for the game. Dev 1, the game, and then Dev 2, I knew we forgot to do something. And that's exactly it. You know, it's such a good trailer. It gets people pumped for the game, and then the game itself is just, to me, it's not there. So let's go through, let's watch some of the parts of this trailer. This channel isn't monetized or anything, so hopefully there should be no copyright issues or anything like that. The first thing I want us to pay attention to, though, is the freaking music. The music in this trailer is, I do believe, actually the best part. I think the visuals still hold up. I think a lot of things still hold up in this trailer. The music is so simple, just one little kind of riff and, you know, one other, I guess, part to it. But it's just so good, so dramatic, I guess, in a sense, so emotional. I absolutely love it. So right away, you get this. I mean, and this background music right here. So right away, starts with her, you know, being dead, see people, you know, behind her on fire, and immediately the music, I mean, music sets the tone, right? I think that's generally what music is supposed to do. This music is dark, it's depressing, it's sad, but it's so powerful. And it's really, I mean, it's kind of just on a loop. Like, there's not too much to this music until you kind of get to the end of the trailer. And again, the times that they're throwing in it, going in like actual speed, you know, the way it's supposed to be, whatever you want to say, is super clever, right? Everything going backwards, I think, is really powerful, but then seeing it actually happening. And then the music starts to pick up. She gets, you know, obviously bit. You start to see that. Like, it's so powerful. This is that extra. This is where the music changes up a bit. And it still looks good. Like, visually, they don't look too bad, these characters. I guess in some way the dismemberment and the using kind of different weapons is teased. It is teased a little bit in this trailer. And then, I mean, iconic. I think it's an iconic logo. And then, of course, you see the family arriving, playing in, you know, the normal playback. So it's absolutely fantastic. The music really does carry, I'd say, most of it. But just the idea of this family, you know, going there on a retreat, on a vacation, or whatever you want to say, and then just being obliterated, right? The daughter, and them having to open the door to see the daughter being attacked. And then she turns extremely, extremely quick in this trailer, right? Like, she gets put on the bed, and then she kind of immediately wakes up and attacks so you know they all and the thing that's so sad, actually, right? I mean, if you're seeing it play out in normal, right, forward going, you wouldn't know, like, if the family, okay, well, maybe they can, like, handle it. Obviously the daughter's a goner, but starting at the end, you realize, oh yeah, completely screwed, right? Because the daughter fell, so the zombie version of her, she's gone. But then when it starts to reverse, well, she was biting the dad. There's too many zombies in there. The dad's for sure gone. And then when you first start to see the mom or the wife, she's being toppled over, right, by like 3 or 4 of them. So she's as good as gone as well. So good. So unbelievably good. It really is one of the best trailers, I believe, of all time, and truly one of the most misleading. I mean, that's kind of why I wanted to make this video, obviously with Dead Island 2 coming out in just a few weeks, but just to remember how good this set the game up to be. And I'm not making it up. Like, I myself, I remember, I think my dad was like in another room, and I think I remember telling him, like, this is nothing. And I bought it with my own money. I remember that. And this was right around the time of like Uncharted 3, I think, came out in November. I think Skyrim was Skyrim 11/11/11, I think, something like that. So November was like Uncharted and Skyrim. This was September. There was a boatload of other games that came out between September and December. I remember with my cousin, I wrote them all down. I had like a list of like 12 to 14 games, and I had to choose, because if this is, fall of 2011, well, I guess I would have just turned 15. I would have just turned 15 at that time. So I probably had money, because I still am. I like to save money. I don't like to spend it. So I'm sure I had some, but I was probably waiting for Christmas for like the second batch, whatever I couldn't afford. That actually, I do think, upset me the most, because I know I bought this game, and I know I played it with my cousin at my grandmother's house, actually. And I remember thinking, this is one of the games I'm going for. And again, I don't even think it's that bad of a game. I don't like it. I definitely don't like Dead Island. I have absolutely no interest in going back into Dead Island. Riptide came out, and I was never really into that. I am into Dying Light. I am into Dead Island 2, but I'm never going to go back. But I remember thinking, okay, well, this is 5 hours in, or however much it was. This is just factually not the game I thought I was getting. I wouldn't say there was anything wrong with it, but I literally thought I was getting that. And I guess is that kind of on me? Well, in a sense, like the consumer, you're the one buying it. You're the one, shelling out the money. Know what you're getting, I guess. But at the same time, like, it's the company and I would say it's kind of a mixed thing, because I know I didn't watch almost anything on Dead Island besides this trailer. So I'm sure they showed gameplay. I'm sure there were things out there that would have alerted me to what the game actually was. And maybe I even saw one. I think over the summer they maybe showed gameplay, and I was like, oh, this is different. This isn't exactly what I think it was going to be, but I'm still going to get it. I guess I was just so mesmerized. I think that's probably the word. I think that's probably my mindset. I was so mesmerized by this trailer that I thought this was going to be the tone, the atmosphere of the game. And it's absolutely not. There's a couple teases of different, again, the dismemberment, kind of cutting things off. A couple weapons. I mean, he really only uses one, but the wife has like a machete-ish thing in her hand, or like a knife. So a little bit, but very little, very, very little is actually shown through this trailer as to what the game is going to be. So partly on me, because I'm sure there was other footage out there that would have alerted me, but also factually, trailers can sell. Trailers can sell, or they can ruin things completely. They really can. Maybe they shouldn't be able to, but they do. That's just the way it is. So this trailer getting 17 million views. And by the way, if you go on IGN and you look up, you sort by the most viewed videos, the most popular videos they've ever done, I believe this is the biggest game trailer they've ever done. I think there's been other things they showed. There's like the first 8 minutes of Spider-Man 2, I think. I think that maybe is the biggest video they've ever had on their channel. But I do believe in terms of game trailers, this is one of, if not the highest viewed one on their channel. And it's also one of the highest viewed, period, on Sony, Microsoft, any of these. This is one of the highest, and obviously very old, but this was such a special trailer and kind of like a zeitgeist movement. Everybody was talking about it. Everybody was excited for it. Again, IGN puts out the chronological, timeline of the trailer. I think that got like 7+ million views. Imagine that, right? It's just the trailer in reverse. It's the reversed trailer in reverse, and it gets 7 million views. This trailer got 17. So bravo to Techland and to whoever, constructed this trailer. They deserve a raise, but they also deserved, I think, a strict talking to, in terms of, this wasn't the tone. This wasn't what we were going for in the game. Should have probably been on the same page. So let me know what you all think in the comments. Make sure you're all subscribed, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.